Hello, bonjour, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching my video, and special thanks to those who subscribe to my channel. Today's video will be about the game Battlegroup and called Advanced Training, Part 6, Engineer, Minefield and Demolition. I will start Advanced Training for Engineer with Minefield. You may see Minefield only with scenario that is attack and defense. Only players who will play defense can include Minefield as part of his defense. The defender places a marker that represents a minefield. Any unit, tank or infantry, foe or friendly, enter a minefield, it may detonate a mine. My British infantry team just finished to move. To determine if he is in the minefield, we have to look how far he is from the marker. If he is less than 5 inches from the marker, he is into the minefield. When he finishes his move, he needs to roll a dice to see if he detonates a mine. He rolled a dice. If it's 3+, he detonates a mine. Just now he rolled a 4, so he detonates a mine. When a mine is detonated, you roll a HE value, means 5 dice on a 5+ for the number of casualties. So let's roll 5 dice. We have 1 hit, so 1 injured. There is no cover save in the case of a minefield. So someone gets hit, he is automatically destroyed. So we go from 4 to 3 soldiers on this plate. Because there is casualty, you need to do a morale test. 1, 2, 3, the unit is pinned. 4, 5, 6, the unit is safe. We roll the 3, the unit is pinned as well. If when you detonate a mine, there's enough casualty that everybody is destroyed in the platoon or in the squad in this case, then you take a battle counter. If an armored vehicle like a tank enters the minefield, once the tank finishes movement, you roll a d6. If the result is a 3+, it detonates a mine as well. In this case, it's not a HE value we look at, it's the penetration value. To do that, you roll a d6 and the score will give you the armor penetration. In this case, we roll a d6, it is a 6, so the value is 6. Now we look at the rear armor of the Sherman itself. He has the letter N for value. We go back to the anti-tank armor penetration table. We look armor penetration 6 against the armored value of N. You need to roll a 4 or better to destroy the tank. You roll 2 dice, and the result of the 2 dice is 7. You look at the table, and for them it's a 4+, the vehicle will be destroyed. If the vehicle is destroyed, you take a battle counter for it. Now, how do we clear a minefield? If you have an engineer unit who took the option minesweeper that entered the minefield, when they finish their movement, you don't roll to see if you detonate a mine. But instead, when they finish their movement, you roll a dice. 1 to 3, the minefield stay there. 4 to 6, they remove the minefield. So we roll a 5, for example, we remove the minefield, meaning any troop now can pass without any problem. There's no more minefield. If you roll 1 to 3, like a 2, for example, the minefield is not clear. You're going to have to wait next turn or a subsequent turn, and you give the engineer order to clear the minefield. At this time, they may try to roll again to see if they clear the minefield. 4 and plus, the minefield will be clear. 1, 2, 3, the minefield will stay in place again. The Allied has also the choice to take a tank with a minesweeper attached to it or a dozer blade in front. If those vehicles are picked instead of an infantry engineer and enter the minefield, the same process applies. You roll a dice when they finish to move, and if they roll a 4 and better, they remove the minefield. If it is 1, 2, 3, the minefield stay in place until a subsequent turn where you choose to roll a dice against with the engineer order. Engineer and demolition. You need to pick your engineered unit, and most of the time they will carry some demolition charge. For example, the Assault Pioneer Squad for the German, they carry 2 demolition charge. With those demolition charge, you can destroy completely an house. But if, for example, it's a big house like this one, you may destroy only half of the house. You can also demolish bunker bridge, etc. Any structure of any size. But most of the time, there's a maximum size you can look into it. So you take your standard house, that's pretty much the biggest you can destroy. If the house beside is twice the size, half of the house would be destroyed. Also, engineers are able to destroy barbed wire, for example, or any wall, concrete wall, etc. like this, even edge row, if you are in the bocage. How you set the demolition charge? First, your unit move against the building or the structure they want to demolish. So their movement is like 5 inches. We go right against this house. Now that it moves against the building, you must give him the engineer order. And for that, on a roll of 2 or better, they will place a demolition charge into the building. If they roll a 1, they are still working on it and the turn finished there. Let's say we roll a 3. So the German place demolition charge around the building. I will put just that there to show they put a demolition charge. In a subsequent turn, they may choose to try to detonate the charge. But I think in that concept, you have to understand that if you detonate the charge and your unit is right beside the building, you might be collateral damage at the same time. So we will have to assume next turn, you give the order for those guys to move, so they move at least 5 inches from the building. It's been several turns, it is placed there. The Germans haven't detonated yet. They are waiting. So that's the British turn. At some point, the infantry from the British move inside the building. They feel pretty secure. And they have a good point of view against the German. They finish their turn. The British are inside the building. Now it's German turn. They roll how many order. We decide, or the German decide, to use the air engineer and give them 1 order to demolish the building. The German roll a dice. On a roll of 2 or better, they detonate all the charge and the building is destroyed. If you place the charge against a barbed wire or a wall, the same thing will happen. You detonate, you can remove 5 inches of barbed wire in this case. But we detonate the charge, because we roll a 5, the building is destroyed. The building is destroyed and it was a unit inside the building. What happened to that unit? To reflect the fact that they are in the building and they may have suffered casualty by the explosion inside the building, you roll HE value of 5 dice, 4 plus, to be hit. So when you roll 5 dice, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 hit, you need to do cover save for those 4 guys. But the unit is pinned. As normal, when a unit is hit, you need to do a cover save for every hit. There's 4 hit. They are in hard cover inside the building. You need to do a cover save. Need 4 plus. Let's say all 4 are safe. If there was casualty, most of the time you do a morale test. In this case, all guys are safe, but the unit is still pinned. The reason for that is because of the explosion, everybody is a bit off grid, if you can see, and they don't know what's happening there. So the unit is pinned. We're going to change the building for a destroyed building. So where's my destroyed building? Let's see, this is my destroyed building now. We place the 2 unit inside the destroyed building. We remove the charge and we mark the unit as pinned. If the unit was completely destroyed due to the explosion, then they will have to take a battle counter. The process I just done with the infantry inside the building happen if they are against a fence or a wall or the edge row that you demolish with your charge. They will have to do the HE hit, the 5-4, and all the same process as we just done. This complete advanced training, engineer, minefield, and demolition. If you have any comments, please write them in the comment section. Thank you for watching my video. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.